doing? Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. This is Mother's Day, Sunday, May the 9th, and welcome to the show with your hostess, Dr. Yolanda Henderson, and joining me, my wonderful co-host,
Hen.
Hen. He just Hen today, y'all. All right, Mr. Hen, can you tell everybody the outlets to watch the show?
StatusNetwork.net. You can call in at 470-251-4647. On Instagram, manifesttv.status, Facebook, Status Network LLC, Periscope, status_network_, Twitter, status_network_, Amazon Fire Stick and Roku, Status Network, Manifest TV, and YouTube. Type in Manifest TV.
That's right. That's right. So if y'all are watching, please share with other people that we are having our Mother's Day tribute. So we also have a very special guest. We have a couple of topics today. So we have Mother's Day shouts out. If you have a mother who you want to shout out on the show, or a graduate, or any birthdays that's going on, we love to hear from you. Again, 470-251-4647, and shout out your loved one. Prayers up for those who are not with us, and we want to take a moment of silence for those who are in heaven, those mothers in heaven, and just show our respect and just let everyone know that we are praying for you. This is a hard day for a lot of people, so we're not saying happy to everyone. We just wish that everyone can get through this day, and we're praying and asking God for that healing to take place in our mourning as we mourn loss of those who have already passed on. And Mr. Henderson, we have a guest today. We have a wonderful guest, one of our foremost students, Chef AV. We're going to talk live with her through Zoom. So there's a lot of things going on in the atmosphere. People who's gone through our classes and have learned a lot about cannabis and the medicinal purposes for cannabis. We want to bring them on the show. We always love to advertise for businesses, especially when it's our students and they graduate and they go on to be successful and do great things in the world and the universe. And, they always look back and say thank you. And I appreciate them. And I want to shout out mothers. So a mother in cannabis, that's always exceptional. So let's welcome Miss AV to the show, Chef AV. And how are you today?
I am doing great.
Great. All right. So how have you been since graduating from the Atlanta, Georgia Academy of Cannabis Science? And tell us what you're doing. I see your business in Hemption.
Yes.
There you go, in Hemption. And tell us what you're doing in that business.
Okay, first I want to say, before I say what I'm doing in my business, I want to give a congratulations, a shout out to my two daughters. One just graduated from Albany State.
All right.
Bachelor's degree.
All right.
And my other daughter is graduating from Connecticut with her master's. So
Right.
I just want to give a shout out for that and all the mothers that's holding me down.
Amen. There you go. Congratulations. We got to get their pictures on the show.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Now tell us a little bit about Hemption.
Okay, but before I start on Hemption, I want to say thank you for you when I met you back in 2019 at the Cannabis conference.
Yes.
And I started the school. I knew something of cannabis, but actually going to the school and getting the research and learning from you and the other staff, it really kind of broadened my mind.
Yes.
And I had my catering service already, but to get the knowledge to know more about different flowers and how can it benefit your life, that was really good for me.
Great.
Especially for when my kids, they was telling me about how they need the CBD to help them to be focused. So I just kind of really just got into it full force with it.
Good.
So I've been cooking now for over 25 years. Just the regular cooking. Used to travel with Wolfgang Puck, and I got into the cannabis probably in 2017, and getting into the cannabis and knowing how to infuse the food
Good.
and the cannabis, putting those two together, I see it's a love, it's a passion for people. Because when you're thinking about it, you got to take your medicine. It kind of depress you. But if
Yes.
you can eat with it and have your food infused in it, that's a big plus for me. So get my kids involved, and my business is really good since the I really have to say this, my business is really, really good since the pandemic because everybody got to eat.
Yeah.
So that causes me to pick up a lot of clientele, to learn a lot more, to travel. So it's really been great.
Right, because the restaurants and things wasn't open, but your
Exactly.
business was able to keep going.
Yes. I started
Congratulations.
delivering meals for some of the senior citizens. And that was good because they needed the food.
Exactly.
And if asking for the other people, just delivering like Meals on Wheel.
Oh yeah, you came by the pantry a couple of times and delivered some food to some different people. I remember that too.
Yes.
Yes, congratulations. Well, we're proud of you. We know that you are a wonderful mother. We know that your daughters are graduating, and congratulations again to them. And I know that you all are having a graduation party right now, so I don't want to hold you up. And I saw that wonderful food that you had cooked. I wish you could go over and scroll over to the food, but it's okay. We're going to get you back on the show another time. And tell us about your other project that you're doing, and tell the viewers where they can find you to book you for events or whatever.
Okay, so the other project that I'm also working on, well, the pandemic kind of had me to kind of open my mind and explore different things. So just also with the holistic, the cooking and the healthy eating and the CBD, I also got into a company with stem cells, X39, and I started doing research on stem cells and found out that stem cell plays a major role in our life. Especially in our body, in our health.
Right.
So I invested into the stem cells company as well to add that along with the CBD and the cooking. And then, God, me, myself, I can't leave my daddy out because, daddy plays a major role in my life. He just give me the vision. And I actually had my shirt trademark, Jesus is my plug, because I'm looking at, you have people's out in the street talking to having negative things to say about the church, and the church is closed mind to the street. So plug means powerful, loving, understanding God. So I'm trying to plug them two together. So I just trademarked me a shirt, and it will be on the old network coming up real soon.
All right, the own network. Yes, honey. Yes. Congratulations. See, you can juggle business and motherhood. And that's what I keep telling people. You can do this. It's whatever God gives you, and he gives you a vision, you run with it, because you never know who else is looking up to you. Your girls, your kids are looking up to you. How many kids do you have?
I have 10 kids.
Oh, wow. You beat me.
I have 10 kids. From the age range from 21 up to 30 now.
Okay.
But we do have custody now. My wife and I, we have custody of our 3 younger grandkids, which is 6 and 9.
Oh,
so
wow.
I used to always say that you can't be a successful businesswoman and trying to raise kids. So God made me eat that pie.
Well, there you have it.
Yes.
So you are a living witness that you can still be successful, be a business owner, and raise children. And that's a blessing that you are helping your grandkids. So we shout you out again, Inhimption. Y'all go out and find Inhimption on Instagram. Tell them your Instagram handle.
You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. That's Inhimption, INHEMP. ZION. The Z is silent, supposed to be S, but I always use a Z.
Yeah.
The last to come first. So I always use a Z. You can find me on Inhimption _ Chef AD.
All right,
and
Chef
AD.
AD.
And if you party, as in for vegan food, I can cook anything that you need. If you want to go vegan, keto, however you want to do it. But food is not the food that bothers. It's how you prepare your food.
There you go.
So you can eat meat. It's okay.
There you go.
You have to eat in moderation.
In my everything in moderation. That's what I always say. All
Yeah.
right. Well, Mr. Henderson, what do you want to ask? Any questions?
Good
No.
seeing you.
Hey, good to see you.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
All right.
All all right. No questions. That's okay. We gonna talk to you a little later. And if you have questions, you know, you can always, you're part of the family. You can always contact us for any questions, business questions, anything in the cannabis field. And, you know, send us over your friends and family. We'll give you a great discount. All right.
You know I will.
There.
Yes, I will. Most definitely.
Awesome. All right. Well, you have a wonderful rest of the day and tell
Okay.
your daughters we said hello.
You too.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's going great. So far, so good.
All we ask for.
That's all I asked for. There you go. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. All right. There you go. Chef AV, awesome, awesome student. And you see there that you can become successful as a mother in business and have graduated from the Atlanta, Georgia Academy of Cannabis Science. So big shots out again to her. We're just so proud of our students, and she's doing amazing and great things. So you all go ahead and enroll now. We are doing our special for Mother's Day that is 50% off today for online classes. So if you are wanting to a mother and you want to take a class online, we are offering a 50% off today. And you call us 404-631-6360. Tell them you saw the show, and you get the 50% off the online classes and the books. So give us a call, 404-631-6360, or you can go to www.Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science and enroll today. All right. So, with any further ado, we have Mr. Henderson that's going to come back after this commercial with a little bit of information about credit repair. All right.
Enrolling for Saturday 5-week comprehensive medical cannabis courses. Call us today at 404-631-6360 for more.
There you go. We are enrolling now, starting back at the university. So if you are a university admin and you are a student at a university and you want to bring the Atlanta, Georgia Academy to your university, we can bring that to your university as well. Hopefully we'll be starting back up at Clayton State University this coming up fall for classes. So please go ahead and enroll now. We will be having dual classes. If you would like to get your certifications for continuing education, you are a healthcare worker, a doctor, or anybody that needs the extra credits, you can get those credits from the state university level continuing education. Or if you just want to go ahead and have this certificate, you can get that with the Atlanta, Georgia Academy of Cannabis Science, and it's a little cheaper. But Mr. Henderson, go ahead and tell us about your credit tip of the day and what's going on in the credit world.
All right, we're going to keep this short so we can let it keep rolling.
All right.
Credit tip of the day. Make sure your personal information is updated. I'm serious. I'm serious. That's the tip. The reason why you want to make sure that your personal information is updated is because there might be somebody with a similar spelling to your name whose credit profile is tied to your credit report, which lowers your score. How about that?
I've
That's
seen
your credit
that.
tip right there.
All right. Well, we have a video, and I want you to ask. We want to ask questions about this video. If anyone who is looking at this video or this show, please call in and ask questions. 470-251-4647. And we wanted to hear from our callers today. Give us a call. If you call, I got a surprise for you. And hint, 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 it may be something that looks like that. So give us a call. Ask about credit. Shout out a mother. Shout out friend. Mother's Day tribute today. All right. So anybody want to call in, please do so. And we have
I got a question from Facebook.
You got a question from Facebook, okay?
Can child support be removed from my credit bureau, from my credit report?
Uh-oh. Somebody got it going on.
I'm gonna let you try that.
You want me to try it?
Yeah.
Oh, can I ask? Yes, it can be, I believe.
Child support can be removed from
Yes,
the credit,
it can be.
from the credit report?
Yes, because because if you have paid, I have been paying attention, and I know this, like, yes, I do credit repair too sometimes. So yes, the answer of the question is yes. And the reason why is because a person's child support can be reporting wrong and it's not been updated. If it's the wrong amounts, it can be removed because according to the FDCPA, is that it?
Okay, I better jump in here and save the Titanic. Check this out. Child support, just like bankruptcies, right? It all involves the courts. Just like judgments, it involves the courts. Well, there's no court that will verify or report information to third parties. That's why bankruptcies, child supports, tax liens, and judgments are all what you call public record information. All right, so to make that simple, let's make it simple here. You're trying to remove any one of those things off the credit report. What you do is you send a self-addressed stamped envelope along with a request to your court clerk.
Oh, okay.
And you tell you ask the court clerk in that letter, do they verify information with third parties? 90% of the time, that response is going to be, we do not verify information with third parties.
Oh, right.
If they don't verify information with third party, then what do you call the credit bureau? That's a third party.
Okay.
All right, there are other data furnishers besides Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. All right.
Right.
First, you got to understand
Hey,
that part.
Mama.
Those are the people that report that information. All right, so they go and gather all this public information about you, and after they gather all the public information about you, when you send a information request to the credit bureaus, they go to these data furnishers and say, hey man, send me what you got. So the question becomes then, if neither one of these core entities can verify or choose to verify information with third parties, why does it show up on your credit report? You know the answer to that?
Why?
Because the data furnishers are still going to furnish that information to whoever asked for it.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Now, so then you say, okay, well, what court systems are, or how can I find out about these third-party data furnishers? CoreLogic, SageStream. All right, I just gave you two of them.
All right. What about this here?
Huh?
What about this?
This right here is something that we talk about all the time. It's the composition of your credit scores. No matter what bureau you're looking at, no matter which data furnisher you get the information from, these numbers do not change. 30% of your credit score is your available credit. Your credit minus the amount you owe for each account. 10% is in your number of inquiries. You got too many inquiries, guess what? You're going to lose at least 10% of your score. Type of credit, whether it's a mortgage, installment loans, revolving accounts, car loans, all that kind of stuff, that's only 10%. All right, 35% of your payment score is made up of your payment history. Do you pay on time? Are you late? Are you repeatedly late? All right, length of history, 15%. How long has each account been open for? Naturally, the older the account is, the more of that length of history you have. If you have really good marks in each one of those categories, guess what you got? You got 100% of your credit score. If they in good standing, you're looking at about an 800, 850.
Oh, wow.
Right? If you do them well, all right? Can a person who has nothing in their credit profile have a 700 credit score? Depends on what you do to get to that 700 credit score. But it is possible. How do you get that? Wait a minute, let me read that question again. How do you get the question? It was a two-part question. How do you get that score? All right, you get that score by, just like we just saw on the little chart that was just on the screen, by impacting each one of those numbers. All right, you can ask a family member to add you on as an authorized user, someone preferably who has paid their credit cards on time. All right, you can establish it that way. You can also sign up on our website and look for the self or the credit strong. If you're a renter, you can have your rent reported. So, you know, a lot of people rent, right? A lot of people pay rent.
A lot of people.
They don't know that they can have their rent reported to their credit reports.
Right.
All right. We can get you plugged up with that. All right. Secure cards. Secure cards work just like bank cards. The only difference is, instead of with bank cards that require you to not have a deposit, they just might say pay $99 a month annually for the membership. And then secure cards, you walk into any bank and say, hey man, do you have a secure card? They'll say, yeah, we got a secure card. You put down the minimum deposit that they require to open it, and I think some of them go all the way from the minimum of $200 to the maximum of $10,000. Get you some secure cards. That way you don't have to worry about the credit inquiries nor losing the points. Did you hear me? Now I just put y'all up on some game today. That's your credit tip. I gave about 10 of them.
All right. So I just got word that this pandemic may have allowed a lot of people to raise their credit scores. So if you were able to raise your credit score due to calling your creditors or asking them for a COVID relief, that would have allowed them to defer your payments for about 3 to 4 months. Now, this does not report bad on your credit. This report is good on your credit. So all my mommies out there that had bad credit or that utilized that over the COVID, over the year that we had the COVID, should have scores that are coming out of COVID exceptionally well. All right. So there's other couple of things going on. Mr. Henderson said no. Why you say no, Mr. Henderson?
It's kind of like a toss-up. All right, it's a toss-up with that pandemic relief. With the pandemic relief, the only thing that they did was they may have moved those payments to the end of the loan, further extending the terms of their loan. So like if you had a car, right, and you was unemployed for 3 months, you missed 3 payments, you call your car people and say, hey man, I need to defer because I'm out of work or my income changed, I'm not making the same money right now, I had a hardship. They're going to do what's called a hardship loan modification. That hardship loan modification is where they're going to take the 3 payments and they're going to put it to the end of the loan. So if the loan was supposed to be paid off in December of whatever year that you're supposed to be paid off, now it goes to March.
There you go.
It extended the original contract as an addendum.
All right. Well, y'all heard it here. Mr. Henderson is the credit repair specialist.
Okay. And on top of that, now, even though that they moved the payments, guess what they did move? the interest.
Oh,
so they made money on you twice.
Oh, already bad.
So now, every time that you hear assistance, and it's something financial related, they ain't gonna never stop making.
They're not gonna stop making money. So it still was a good idea to use those stimuluses
temporarily to, you know what I'm saying, to get yourself a reprieve, temporarily getting those things. So you got to keep it all like your guest said. You got to have it in moderation.
Yep.
It only benefited you temporarily. All right. If you had a mortgage moratorium and they were saying, okay, well look, we're not gonna worry about your mortgage or your rent, you know, for the time that you done had this hardship. Guess what's still gonna have to be paid?
What? The interest.
All that rent.
All the rent.
It just extended your term.
Ooh.
Okay? It did not make those payments go away.
Ouch.
Those were not forgivable terms.
They was not forgivable rent. So it's
And
a lot of people gonna lose out, huh?
Let me say this right here.
Ooh.
Stop stealing the PPP, man.
Ooh. Ouch.
Stop stealing the PPP. Now, some of y'all is out here getting the PPP, but you telling, you know, on the IRS thing, you saying that you don't have no job, right? You telling unemployment people you don't have no job. So I'm saying, but you getting a PPP and saying that you had this company. It's fraud, okay, players? Okay, players. They emptying out the jails for the cannabis, and they gotta put somebody back in there. All right. So y'all be careful with them PPP.
They're circulating the jail, ain't it?
Y'all be careful with them PPP.
Be careful. All right. Mr. Henderson.
The scam is real.
The jail is real. What you mean?
No, not a scam. Just a scam. Just the scam part of it is real. Now, you might say, oh, yeah, well, I'll just take the hit right now and then worry about that later on. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Guess what's going to be waiting on you? That federal charge. All right?
Well.
That Fed charge is going to be waiting on you.
All right. Well, y'all heard it, mothers and listeners, viewers. Cyber attack forces a shutdown of a top U.S. pipeline. They are telling everyone to go ahead and conserve your gas in your vehicles because the gas shortage pipeline attack. All right, there's a lot of stuff going on now. We got a rocket that's going around the world.
That came down yesterday.
It came down yesterday from China. Where did it land?
Everywhere.
It disintegrated
in
bits and pieces. So we were wondering about that. It was like, what was really going on? What was China thinking?
I know somebody that's a gas industry insider, and Ms. Lisa, if you watching this show right now,
yes,
I want you to call in and tell us what's going on.
What's going on
Confirm
with the gas line? Yes. All right. So in other news, what's going on with the cannabis industry here in Georgia? So they let the bill die here in Georgia, but we're going to talk about what's going on with the classes and the school. And we have our one of our instructors, Mr. Dean Sines. We hope you're watching, Dean, who's going to explain a little bit and answer some questions that you may have about the school. And we're enrolling, and this is going to be new jobs. So if you're looking for a job in the cannabis industry, or you have you're a caregiver, or you're a nurse or a doctor, also, big shouts out to nurses and teachers on this past week. And Cinco de Mayo just passed. So happy Cinco de Mayo to my Hispanic friends and family. We hope you all had a wonderful day as well. And for my teachers, thank you again for everything that you do for our children and for going back to school and doing what you do best. And that's from all of us. All right. So again, happy Mother's Day. There's so many things to so many people, and today we want to be thankful for them. May birthdays, Mr. Normal Henderson III, our little boy, is going to be 6 years old. Shayna Jefferson, also your grandmother. There's Mr. Henny, Normal the Third. There he is. Look at him, big boy. He's a big boy now. He's gonna be a big businessman. So also shouts out to Shayna Jefferson, Miss Joyce Henderson. Happy Mother's Day to you, beautiful, beautiful woman of God. Also, Miss Rosa, we want to say Happy Mother's Day to you because you have been like a mother. And I met her over at the Cannabis Convention at the Organic Cannabis Convention, and they're going to actually have another one coming up here in October, so we're getting ready for that. But happy Mother's Day. Happy birthday to Miss Marianne Johnson.
Happy birthday, Grandma.
Grandma, yes, and mother. My mother-in-law. It's her birthday month, and yes. And for me, happy Mother's Day to me.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Yes. All right. So we're going to look at this video about Dean talking to the students and answering any questions that you may have. Again, if we have a caller that wants to call in to the show, please do so, 470-251-4647. All right.
We'll be starting to grow medical cannabis here for the first time in the history of Georgia, and we would like to help prepare you to be ready to enter this growing industry, because once these licenses are issued, it's going to be like the Wild Wild West. It's going to be wide open. So now is the time to get your education out of the way and secure your supply. Some of the different topics, we talk the history of cannabis, we talk the therapeutic properties of cannabis, dosage and administrations, we talk about opening dispensaries, how to operate a dispensary, the difference between being a cannapharmacologist and a bud tender, and also the tax ramifications. We have our own in-house tax expert that's going to help you with the ins and outs of understanding the tax laws, SR 22, and such as this, that's going to directly affect you if you want to get into this industry, especially if you would like to open your own dispensary. So, we're located right here in Riverdale, Georgia. We have online Zoom classes available. Looking forward to educating as many people as possible. So y'all reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Love to have you in our classes, and look forward to making Georgia a greener state.
I have a question.
Yes.
So if a student wants to come in and they are wanting to know about cultivating, they're wanting to be a farmer, do you all teach farming at
We
the
teach
Atlanta?
cultivation, we teach cloning, we teach all aspects from seed to sale in our classes.
So with Georgia, 6 licenses, and will I be able to get a job if the 6 licenses turn into dispensaries, or how many dispensaries are there going to be with those 6 licenses?
There's not going to be, they did not put a limit on the dispensaries to go along with the licenses, so we will probably, they're estimating, they're figuring the first year having 300 dispensaries throughout the state, because it'll be something that, there's only going to be 6 growers and producers of the oil for in-state sales and consumptions, but retail is wide open. So there'll be numerous locations that people will be able to go to work at, and even if you're not in this particular aspect, on the medical end of it, you could still use this education to further your career along and go to work at one of the other many fine establishments we have that are already selling CBD products. Because we not only talk about tetracannabinol, THC, we talk about CBD, CBN, CBG, THCV, all of the different cannabidiols, and the current and constantly changing laws. We try to keep everything updated. And once you become a part of this, you become part of the Atlanta Academy family. And we love to have our students come back, talk with other students, interact with the classes. We have fun things that we do. We go to hemp farms. We go to, hopefully we'll be going to some processing plants as soon as we have some processors here in Georgia up and running. So it's a constant learning experience that you can continue to grow with and continue to be a part of the family and keep everybody going.
Right. So will I be able to get a job right away, or hiring specifics for certain jobs in the industry, or how does that work?
Certifications are good all across the United States. So even if you choose not to use it in Georgia, you can take your certification and you can go anywhere. And this is what the people are going to be looking for. Now, with Georgia, with these 6 licenses, they have 1 year from the date that the license is issued to have their businesses up and running. So the hiring process is going to be pretty quick when these people start getting things together. When they get that license issued in their hand, they need to be ready to start interviewing that day. And they're going to be looking for all aspects. They're going to be looking for marketers. They're going to be looking for, sales representatives. They're going to be looking for research and development for new products. So there's a whole market out there that is available to people. So we're trying to expand them and give them the most comprehensive education that we can. We cover a lot in our classes. But, and like I said, it's also a continuing education program. So from time to time, especially as this industry grows and matures, we will send out invites to the students and have them come back for like an updated brush-up course or something like that. Once you paid for the courses and everything, you're part of that family. You get all that. And we also do have financing available. So a lot of people out there saying, well, I'd love to do this, but I just really don't know if I can afford to do it right now. Well, you know what? We have lots of options available for you in class, Zoom. So, we're willing to work with you. We want to see everybody that wants an opportunity in this field to have that opportunity.
Mm-hmm. So is there payment plans available?
Yes, there are payment plans available. You can talk to Henderson. He's our accounting financial director, and he'll be able to set you up on a payment plan.
Okay. And so what if I want to get a certification? What types of certifications? Are there certifications in dispensaries or cultivation?
Yes, we have several different certifications. You can go for all of them. You can go for a few of them. If you'd like to and everything, we're always looking to expand, and hopefully when this industry takes off here in the South and everything, we're going to be expanding the school out. So we're also looking for people to become educators. So if you think that this might be something you'd be interested in, please contact us. We'd love to talk to you and help you to find a spot that you fit in.
Awesome. So the students can, after they graduate, become an educator.
They can become an educator with us, or they can continue their education on somewhere else. Like I said, this is going to be a wide open market and everything. This is the new frontier. We're opening up so much more because there's so many things happening on a federal level that we know federal legalization is right around the corner. And so we're trying to prepare everybody for that day when that day comes. Because even when that day comes, there's still going to be a lot of work to be done. I've been an advocate for 24 years. I've seen the climate change dramatically. And it's not a matter of when, but it's just a matter of, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Because we know this is coming.
Mm-hmm. So they have already issued the licensings for Georgia. No or yes? Have they issued them yet, or are we still waiting on that?
As far as we know, the selection process is supposed to have already taken place. We're just waiting for them to publish the names of all of them. And somebody told me last week that the reason why the names had not been published yet is because they had contacted the individuals that had secured these licenses, and they were giving them all 10 days to finalize their paperwork and pay for their licenses, and then they were going to make a big announcement and and have like a little thing down under the Gold Dome with everybody getting their licenses issued to them at the same time and everything. So they're just giving everybody a chance to prepare.
Awesome. All right. So, and what is your position in the school? What do you teach?
I'm an instructor. I teach the history of cannabis. I teach cultivation. I teach a little bit in the practical applications. We talk about dosing. We introduce people. We have interactive classes where we teach people how to be counterpharmacologists. We have an apothecary here in the school that they can go and so they get the real-time experience of working behind the counter and dealing with patients. So we try to make it as interactive and as educational and as informative as we can for everyone.
Okay, so is this the same as getting a 4-year college degree, or is this quicker?
No, this is a lot quicker. It's a 5-week course. We may end up having to expand the courses out a little bit as time goes on because there's so much more information. But we have classes on Saturdays from 9:30 to 4:30. And so we pack a lot of information in these time frames and everything. So, and for people that, if that's not a convenient time for them, we can also offer Zoom classes at other times. Like I said, we're flexible and we're ready to work with our students and everything, to give everybody the opportunity to get their foot in the door for this. And if you're not sure if cannabis or cultivation or operating a dispensary or any of this is really for you, this is a great opportunity for you to come and to figure things out for yourself, so that you can get a sort of a little bit of experience in all things. This is our textbook that we have, and as you can tell, it's quite thick, and we cover a lot of material here. So everybody that takes the class, gets to keep their books with them. So you've got, this is a reference guide, and you also have myself and Dr. Henderson and Hen Henderson, the other staff here at the Atlanta Academy. We're always on call for our students if they have any questions or any concerns, or if they need any input for anything. We're always there to help them out. To us, the students are what comes first, but it's a passion about the plant that really makes the difference and everything, because we're all about teaching people the right way and helping people to get well.
Awesome. Thank you. Is there anything you want to tell a new person who's new to the cannabis industry? Right. So you heard it. That is Mr. Dean Sines from the Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science, one of our wonderful, knowledgeable instructors. You heard it. 23 years of experience, formal deputy director of Peachtree NORML. NORML is the organization for National Organization for Marijuana Legalization, and has so much knowledge, have advocated under what's called the Gold Dome, is the capital here in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm telling you, we have the best staff. And of course, Mr. Henderson, with all of his financial knowledge. I mean, we have a team that is exceptional. You're going to learn a lot. I love teaching my students about pharmacology and how to become a dispensary technician. So it's a little different than becoming or knowing the knowledge in a regular dispensary or a recreational dispensary, a smoke shop. This is going to be where you are formulating for your patients, epilepsy, cancer, and so forth. So these individuals with these licensings are going to be hiring soon and real soon. So all of my students who have graduated, we want to push you towards those license holders and let them know that you all are ready. You all are ahead of the game. You all have learned diligently, and we are always continuing with the education. We're going to continue teaching and having seminars throughout the rest of this month and year. And if you have any current questions, the number to reach us is 404-631-6360. All right, so we have with us on the line my own mom, and I wanted to allow her to speak and say a couple of words, and wishing you, Mom, a very happy Mother's Day. So go ahead and say what you want to say to our listeners.
I want to say to all the mothers, happy Mother's Day.
Good.
And I want to give a shout out to my daughter, happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you, Mom. I appreciate you.
Such a good mother to a lot of young girls back in the day with your what you call it, Gift of Life.
The Gift of Life, yeah, the organization.
So I want to remind you that how grateful I am to know that those young ladies have become young ladies and mothers. And I want to say a special thanks out shout out to Normal's mother.
Yeah.
And happy Mother's Day to her. And the one and only is Ella Sadie Cooley Thibodeau.
Yes, that's right, my grandmama. Yes. Most definitely.
And I want to give a shout out to all my other two daughters. Happy Mother's Day to Tasha Thibodeau, and happy Mother's Day to Angela Thibodeau.
Awesome.
They're doing a good job raising their children.
They have. You are right. You are definitely right. And I just want to say to you that over the years, we strive to be perfect parents, and there's no such thing as a perfect parent. And as I've grown and learned so much about parenthood, I know bumped my own head a couple times, and I was always reminded that you got to give a person their roses, now while they still alive, because when you want to say something to them and it's too late, they already gone, you can't say it. So I want to tell you that you are a special mother, and you worked hard for me and my sisters, and I love you so much. And I just want you to know that I inspired to be like you. You are such a fashionista. You are the definition of greatness, because a person don't realize when they're young what a mother has to go through, to do all the things that they do, and especially for not giving us up or not giving up on us. You always wanted the best for us. If you couldn't do it, you found somebody else who could. And I appreciate the love and support that you knew how to give, and you still continue to give, all the way from Texas. I'm all the way here in Georgia, and a lot of people are fortunate to have their moms that they can go over and knock on the door and say, "Mama, I need you to watch the kids," or "Mama, what you doing? Let's go and let me take you to breakfast or dinner." But unfortunately, I wasn't able to get you here this year. But one of these days, we're gonna get you on the show in person, not on Zoom, not over the phone. But I wanted to say that I really miss you, and I'm praying for you, and I'm glad that you can call me anytime when you have a need or health need or whatever. So I'm just thankful for that. And you taught me all my fashion and where I get my hats from and my hair from, and so I'm just thankful for you and continuing being the woman that you are. You just don't know how much you inspired me. The holistic health from when I was younger, 12 years old, I'll never forget. Miss Jane came over to the house and was like, "I'm going to get you well. You had your issues with your health," and I'm not going to say too much about it, but, we were, I remember we were going to go into to foster parents, and they was like 6 months to live. And they came over and they did all the holistic stuff and the cleanses and stuff, and you were cured, and I was like, wow, what did they do to my mom? And I saw all the detoxes and all of the stuff that they recommended for you, and I said, I want to do that one day. And that is the reason why I do the things that I do for people, and people don't have any clue that stuff that's holistic and healthy for you really works. So I just I'm a living testimony that it does. And I'm just grateful and forever thankful for the things that I learned and experienced, even though everything wasn't peaches and cream. But now that I have daughters and grown-up daughters and stuff like that, I know that it's tough, and it's especially you as a single mom a lot of the time. And for all the single mothers out there, hey, you can do it. Your kids are going to thrive. You're going to make some mistakes. You might mess up with the daddy. The daddy might not be around. He might leave and run away or whatever the situation, withstands. But a lot of the moms out here, I just want to, encourage you to keep going. I know the road get tough, and I want to thank my own husband, because I'm not a mom by myself. I have a family of support. I have my sons that help, my other daughter, my husband. So, I'm not doing it on my own, but, there are some mothers who are completely doing it on their own. And I want to commend you, maybe the father deceased, maybe, and especially for the ones who couldn't have children. Your womb was not barren, or whatever the situation may be, and the baby died or whatever. I want to shout you out, because you're still a mother as well. And God is still good. You know what? You can be a mom, a stepmom, or, we had a lot of godmamas, didn't we, Mama? We got like 10 godmamas. And they all played a role in the upbringing. Sometimes people.
Remember Paula?
Yes, Paula. Mama Paula, Paula Black, shouts out to you. Who else? It was Aunt Shay. It was shouts out to you. It was who else? It was so many. Darrell, shouts out to Aunt Darrell.
Shout out to Darrell.
Yep.
And
And I remember Miss Essie. She was a wino, but she when you needed a babysitter, she was there. Miss Annie, yeah, Miss Annie. There you go.
Yeah.
And she was a really sweet old lady.
And the Williams, the Williams, the lawyer people. And
oh yeah. The
what's her name? The one
yeah.
What's her name?
She had a daughter named Bertha. I remember Bertha. I can't remember, but they
you remember the Williams that used to be over at the county?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Hendersons at the county too.
Henderson.
Yep. So
What's her name? They wound up getting married.
Bonita. Yeah. All right. Well, we are out of time, Mama. But I really enjoyed you on the show, and I'm sorry I had a little breakdown, but I am being honest, sincere from my heart that I wanted to give you your due diligence while you still alive, because you can never get another mama. The person that brought you into this world, you actually went through death to have me, and it just meant a lot that you didn't get rid of me, and I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm following my purpose because of you, and God bless you, and hope you have a great rest of your day, and I love you. And
happy birthday.
Yeah, Henny having a birthday coming up.
Happy birthday.
Yes. So again, I love you, and have a great rest of your day. All right.
All right, Mr. Henderson, sitting up there. I'll see you.
All right. Talk to you later. All righty.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Well, y'all heard it here. And my mom, I love her. Life was hard back in the day, but you know what? You live and you learn, and you grow and you get older, and you learn that, life is not always what it seems. It's hard out here, especially if you're a single parent. So shouts out again to all of the single parents, all of the parents. Happy Mother's Day to you. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Happy Mother's Day.